Along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here. This is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Carolina Panthers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it to 17. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and 2. Looking deep for Adams. They've got his man, complete. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Taken in at the 3.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's got some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Jackson's throw brought in here by Bateman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. They'll run with Foreman. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Play action. It's Jackson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Jackson. He finds Marshall on the screen. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This time, Jackson will throw it. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest.
He's got him in. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Bulldozes past him. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So, Charles, you know, offensively, this group really playing at a high level. 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning.
They go with Jacobs. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 4. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Second catch for him today, and he'll wind up a first down. Back to throw here. Touchdown! From 10 yards out.
And the Raiders have moved out in front.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. And you think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your two current #1 seeds. And I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. A carry for Foreman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking sideline, incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Now Foreman. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Complete to Deontay Foreman at running back. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now, because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when, as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, off into great success.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson options out left. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Here's Foreman. But he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 2nd down now, Foreman. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now it's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
17 yards.
Back to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. As the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Tommy Trimble, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Jackson going to run again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Glenn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's got a man. That's Marshall. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. Jackson will throw again. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they're going to get this down inside. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. And the ball is knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
5. Counter play with Jacobs. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Foreman. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
That's complete, left side to Bateman.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. To throw is Jackson.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going, because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Jacobs again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Now a give, right side. Foreman, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Foreman, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. Looking deep for Adams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They'll look to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And his kick is indeed good.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. One last shot for Jackson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Las Vegas, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try